with the Rams, looking at where they're at, so I was doing some research. Stafford, 36, his contract's up 2026. I did float this, but I wanted your two honest opinions. Like they're drafting, I think, at 23, 26. Forget what it is exactly. Do you go out there that first round, snag Jaxson Dart, and keep him on the bench, develop him under Stafford, under McVay? I'd say equally as creative in terms of offense in the NFL compared to like Lane at Ole Miss, but I would not hate that pick at all to let him just learn from him, soak up some of the system, and again, maybe they extend him for a year or two at the end of his deal, but not a bad backup plan, I don't think.
My second thing is, do you think Dart is going to be a good NFL quarterback, or you just think this is a Corral situation all over again? Because I understand this is an Ole Miss podcast, and I like Ole Miss. I like Dart. I just think, and I worry about quarterbacks coming through Lane's system because it's a complex but also simplistic offensive system.
Right. He definitely has all the pieces. I think he's the most polished of Lane's QBs, at least at Ole Miss coming out.
Yeah, I would agree.
Way better than Corral, in my opinion. The thing that's going to catch up with him is he can't run in the NFL like he does in college, which does make him pretty fun to watch in college. Try to lower the shoulder, get a few yards. He's going to have to get used to just sitting in the pocket. And I think it's going to be a lot more play action, which he's shown he can throw a lot better on the run than he originally did when he came to Ole Miss. That was one of his biggest flaws. He's developed that over the few years he's been there. I think he's somebody you could definitely see sit for like 2 to 3 years and get a crack at a starting job somewhere.
Dart has all the pieces like Bo was saying. I also think he has the size. Like you listen to Russillo and those guys, he's thick when you see him in person, as they would say.
Yeah, he is. I would agree with that.
Big ass, tall, like got the frame. I think that
Paxton Lynch.
That's a name drop.
Paxton Lynch.
I was so high on him.
Yeah, I was too. I was like, this guy, he's got it all. But my thing with Dart is this would be if the Rams do this, and I'm only saying this because you're seeing some of these draft gurus talk about Dart being floated for the end of the first round, because that's like how shallow the draft class is, right? You have Cam Ward, Shadur Sanders. After that, it really, really drops very quickly. So I wouldn't be shocked if somebody takes a stab at him late in the first. But with Dart, it would be very similar of a move to like what the Packers did with Jordan Love, where everybody, they're in the hunt. They made the playoffs this year. Obviously, got a decent team, aging roster. If they go and pull Dart, it would kind of be like that turning of the page of like, hey, we're still going to be competitive, but like, this is our guy. I think it could be a similar situation to what we saw with Jordan Love with the Packers. I wouldn't be shocked. I'm not saying it's set in stone. If he's there in the second round, take him in the second round, but don't be shocked if you see Jaxson Dart in the first round next year.
Right.
Or this